it's the weekend. It's time to party. Except it's not. Welcome to Fishcracker Faith, where faith is bite sized. How do you order your week? Is it like this? Or like this? If you're a Filipino like me, you'll probably say it's from Sunday to Saturday. But experientially, like from how I experience the week, it's more like from Monday to Sunday. Whether in the streets of Manila or in the high rises of New York City, everyone collectively experiences the start of the week as Monday. I mean, that's why everyone hates Mondays. Who wants to go to work after such a crazy weekend? And what's a weekend? For much of the urbanized world, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These 3 days are the end of the week, hence weekend. But I'm here to go against the grain, to swim against the tide, to fight against the tyranny of secularization and reclaim the undeniable truth that Sunday is not a weekend. So why is Sunday not a weekend? First of all, why did we historically begin our week on a Sunday and not a Monday? Because Sunday was the first day of the week. And if it's the start of the week, it couldn't be the end of the week. So it couldn't be a weekend. The better question would be, how did Sunday become a weekend? But I'm getting ahead of myself. For Abrahamic religions like Judaism and Christianity, Sunday was the first day when God created. It was the day that He created light. But apart from that, for all intents and purposes, Sunday wasn't anything special yet. It was actually Saturday that held more importance. Because God blessed the seventh day and made it holy. Because on it, God rested from all His work that He had done in creation. It was so important that later on in the time of Moses, he instructed the Israelites to not do any work. You, your son, your daughter, your male servant, or your female servant, or your livestock, or the sojourner within your gates. Let me say that again. It was so important, so holy, that you're not supposed to go to work on that day. Can you imagine having a law that forbids you to go to work? Sana all. But also think about it. If you had to be forbidden from working, that meant that people at this time normally worked on a Saturday. Like, what? In the ancient world, the weekend did not exist. You worked every day from Sunday to Saturday. No days off, no paid leave, nothing. And for good reason. If you didn't work, you won't get to eat. It was actually so radical for the Israelites to not work for one day of the week because they were sacrificing one entire day without working to eat or feed their families. Instead, Saturday was a day of rest. But not just any rest. It was resting with the Lord. It was an act of trust in God because, again, they won't work to eat that day. And an act of faith in God because they obeyed His command by not working. In a way, it also prepared them for the week ahead. Makes you rethink how you do Saturdays, no? Back to the question at hand. If Sunday was the first day of work, then when did it become so special? Well, it's all thanks to the person called Jesus Christ. You might have heard of him. He's probably like the most important person to ever walk the face of the earth. Anyway, this Jesus pulled off the most incredible miracle. He died on Good Friday and rose again on Easter Sunday. This miracle was so central to believers of Jesus that we commemorate and celebrate it every single week on the day that it occurred. That's how Sunday became so special. So special that people in the past didn't even work on a Sunday. They reserved Sunday for the Lord, for feasting and merriment with God and with each other. So summary, you have 2 days where it's culturally expected for people not to work. Add to that the consequences of the Industrial Revolution and labor movements, we now have what we call the 5-day work week. People work from Monday to Friday and have 2 days off from Saturday to Sunday. Because work started on a Monday and human lives started to center around work, Monday started to feel like start of the week. And Saturday and Sunday started to feel like the end of the work week or weekend. Add the ever increasing secularization and the slow decline of church attendance, and voila! You have Sunday becoming part of the weekend. There are vestiges of Sunday being the first day of the week in many calendars and planners and churches. But for many people, Sunday functionally became the end of the week. Even churches, which hold Sunday as the first day of the week theologically, find Sunday as a culmination or climax of the week. Sunday became a weekend, which is a shame because Sunday is not a weekend. As Christians, we have theological reason to hold Sunday as the first day of the week. But why are you so worked up about it, you may ask? Well, even I admit that we Christians functionally treat Sunday to be the end of our week. It became our Sabbath, our time to rest and recharge as we prepare for the week ahead. And I, for one, am not wholly opposed to that notion, but I feel like by compromising this, we're actually sacrificing something greater. By holding Sunday to be the first day of the week, we claim Jesus to be the Lord of that week. Not only is He preparing us for the week ahead, He's already claimed the week ahead as His. By holding Sunday to be the first of the week, we swear allegiance to Jesus because we celebrate Him first. We subject everything else that happens that week under His feet. And by holding Sunday to be the first day of the week, we make Sunday our launching pad instead of our safe place. There's nothing wrong with seeing Sunday as a safe place or somewhere or the other. But because it's the first day of the week, we have the right start for the week ahead. Rather than being on the defensive all week and running to church for some R&R, which again is not bad, don't get me wrong, you're on the offensive, winning the world for Christ, one soul at a time. Convincing your mind to see Sunday as the first day of the week will probably take some time. The conceptual dissonance is jarring enough. But if we, as Christians, are to effectively live out our faith, then it matters how we view Sunday. Because we're either trying to survive another week or we're coming out of the gates swinging. So Christian, which camp will you be? Is Sunday the end of your week? Or will you be proud to say, Sunday is not a weekend? The start of the week. We all collectively after a crazy no one wants to go to work. Okay.